Of course not. I got a little one of those Bosch little things that makes the coffee for you and everything.
Yeah. Is it a little pod?
No, it's the coffee maker thing. Yeah, it's a good. Oh, hang on. The stream started, and I can hear myself. Yeah, but I don't like hot coffee, so I actually drop ice cubes in it and wait for it to get cool.
Okay.
I'm weird like that. I don't know. I can't drink hot coffee. I don't know why.
Oh, so cozy. I make mine out of a Chemex. Do you know what one of those are?
Oh, a Chemex?
Yeah.
You said? No.
Chemex. It's just like a glass. I'll show you.
Okay.
Sure.
Huh. Well, cool. I used to make I don't know what to call it. I guess it's sort of espresso-ish, where you actually have the pot made of is it bronze or copper or something? It looks like copper, and it's like on a slow burn, and it slowly starts to boil. But that's when I drink hot coffee, and I don't anymore. So
I've seen those before. Apparently, those are the best, but
supposedly
it's like a whole contraption, right? It's going to take up half the kitchen.
No. Hello.
Greetings.
Hello, guys.
Hola.
Everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you, Ben?
Hi.
How are we all this week?
Yeah, good.
All right.
Never minding the shit coins, man. This week.
Good
Have
attitude.
you washed
man.
that shirt yet? Or are you going to sell it super dirty like that? Are you waiting for it to get all nasty?
Well, I'm trying to work out which would fetch the higher price. I don't think I've quite got the fan base yet to be selling the used shirts, but you never know. One day, maybe.
Yeah. You'll have some weird fans.
How's it going?
Hi, Michael. How are you? Your connection's a little shaky.
1 second. 1, 2. Is this better?
It sounds like speak a little. Hello? Can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. It's working now?
Sort of. Keep talking.
Hey guys.
There we go. There you are.
Yeah, it should work.
All right, cool. All right, let's get started, I guess. So hello, everybody. Welcome to community call number 69. Sorry, I had to do that. You know I had to do that. Anyway.
Join on video.
Sorry, okay. So we have a really good original lineup today. I think you're going to love today's agenda. But I have two really quick announcements just to start us off. So starting next Tuesday, this weekly call is going to move back by 1 hour. So from now on, it's going to be at 1 p.m. UTC, 3 p.m. Central European time, 1600 Moscow time, and for the time being until daylight savings in November, it's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern time or New York time. The reason is we expect a lot more U.S. participation in the coming weeks and months, which is a great thing. And of course, we have to make it feasible for folks in the U.S. to join us at a reasonable hour, at least during business hours. And I don't think it's going to affect our Asian friends too much because right now, what do we have in Korea? It should be like 9 p.m. in Korea, which makes it 8 p.m. in Hong Kong. So now it's going to be 10 p.m. and 9 p.m. respectively. So I don't think that's going to that's going to make much of a difference. But yes, as of September 7th, we are going to move this call back by 1 hour. So please mark your calendars and please take notes. The second thing that I wanted to talk to you about, well, actually not to you, but this is to the global governance jury. The free cyclopedia contest. There are 7 more days left for voting, which isn't much. And even though there are only 11 submissions, as pretty much expected, some of those submissions are extremely complicated. So we're going to need to put on our thinking hats, our analytics hats, and I don't even need to tell anyone how important this contest is. I mean, we're essentially going to shake the pillars of Wikipedia for good, make things right. So please, I really, really am pleading to the governance jury, go to the contest, read all about it, make your votes, take it very seriously, and obviously everybody's going to really appreciate it. Okay, let me just go through some general info, general stats from last week. So we managed a token distribution on Friday as promised. The winners and jury for the DeSupport contest got their tokens. The eSports subgovernance got theirs for stage 2. The last phase of the Dune and Free TON merge execution got their tokens. So hooray for that. And we have a new partner that got their tokens, Click to Money. And we also had a couple of proposals pass midweek. The first was the next phase for the analytics and support subgovernance, and I keep saying it, and I'll say it again. They're doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. And for stage 1B for the formal methods subgovernance. And for those two, we're going to try to have a token distribution again this week. We'll do our best to try to get it out by Friday. So hang in there. And that's pretty much it for general stuff. So let's get into our presenters. First, as always, we begin with tech updates. So Mita, can you kick things off for us?
Trying. So a few things. Well, it's all about RustCup, and we kind of well, we wanted to finish today, so we worked I'm sorry, I just slept like 3 hours, and so we worked over team worked over weekends non-stop, more or less, and fixed several issues. We deployed an internal network of 150 validators yesterday night, and I sent some screenshots. We got around 50K, and then it was with some. Then we realized that we are not counting it exactly correctly. We fixed that, and in the end, we got 64,000 transactions per second, which is stable over the configuration of the network, which is the RustCup configuration with 10 work chains. So 64, this is official, 64,000. We have proofs of that. Now the last step we want to do is we want to add the validators from the RustCup validators and do that over the open internet. Now, there is still one thing we need to fix because there is some problem with elections on this. Okay, just to put it in perspective, this kind of load is more than Visa, is more than MasterCard, is more than Twitter. It's a lot of load. And despite the fact that over the last 3 weeks, we tried to create and upgrade our infrastructure with the clusters of Kafka and clusters of, we almost entirely rewrote everything. with 32 DBs just to accommodate this kind of load. You cannot just do that like that. It's just too, like, probably it probably will take, like, or should take, a normal situation like a year just to get an infrastructure to these levels. We tried to do it in 3 weeks. Now it's a stretch. We like it. It's almost there, but it's not entirely there. So there are still some problems with the cloud infrastructure on this kind of speeds. And again, there are very few companies in the world who actually has this amount of speeds in their high load infrastructure anyway, and not talking about decentralized, which of course is just unique to us. So that means that we had to work around the infrastructure issues. So we kind of, and that's the last thing we need to do now. We first, like Grafana graphs that you saw before, which showed like 25K transactions per space. It actually was the problem with infrastructure, because we took this metrics from the front end infrastructure itself. So we took this from Kafka, and the problem is that Kafka couldn't sustain the load, so it missed blocks, and therefore what you saw was not correct metrics. So what we did over the last 3 days, we took the metrics directly from the nodes and we sent them directly to Grafana. And this way we got the correct numbers. Right, so this one thing we did. And another thing, of course, we worked with actually some of the community members like Sergey Turin. Thank you very much for that. So we did the console, we enabled console to directly send, participation election messages, so it doesn't depend on the infrastructure and during the load. Well, unfortunately, there are still some things we need to fix there for our infrastructure to be able to kind of participate in elections. That's really what we're doing right now. We're fixing the election part, because our nodes are dropping out of the elections, and not only ours, but all the validators who depends on our build, not on Sergey build with Docker. They all depend on the scripts for the election participation. And of course, in normal situations, perfectly fine. But with the high load, again, with the infrastructure problem, cloud problems, it's becoming unreliable. So what we're doing now is we're tweaking the scripts right now to enable the participation in election on both, like on our infrastructure as well. So once we finish, and we hope to finish it within 1 or 2 hours with the final release, so we will release the scripts, and then we will publish the configuration file for the network, so everyone will be able to join, and then we will try to do the same on the on the public network. That's really it from me. Thank you.
64K. So this is on the RustNet. This is not a lab. This is not lab. This is real.
Yeah, it is real. It is on the well, it's not lab. What do you mean by LabNet? No, it's not a special network with special connections. No, it's a perfectly same we're running on the RustCup. It's just servers. I have 1 gigabit connection, each of them, perfectly normal servers, cost about 250 euros each, and per month, and that's really the that's it.
It's awesome.
So over just normal internet, but in one data center. That's the only just to put into perspective, it is much higher than Solana numbers. It is the highest throughput of any blockchains in history by far, because when Solana took these numbers, they were running inside data center with special 10 gigabit connections and such, and on the open internet they got much lower numbers. So I'm not expecting 64K on the inter data centers connections probably, but yeah, let's see how it goes. But I still think that we should see like 40-ish thousand in numbers on a completely distributed between data centers network, which is just as internet as it can be.
Mhm. That's amazing. That's incredible. Excellent news. I forgot to I forgot to do my regular spiel at the beginning, and I know we have some new faces with us today. So if you can, please, guys, gals, turn on your cameras. It just makes the call go a lot better, makes it a lot more marketable. And please save your questions until the end of each presentation. And at the end of each presentation, there's a raise your hand feature in Zoom. Please use that. And for our YouTube guests, just write your questions right on the stream and we'll get to them at the very, very end. So I had to just do that. Mita, thank you. That's fantastic. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okie dokie. All right. Now we have a new person with us, and it's going to be a really interesting presentation, and it's coming from one of the members of the DeFi Alliance and also the CEO and co-founder of GDA Capital. His name is Michael Gord. I believe he's in New York right now, and if so, it's 8 a.m. over there, so really appreciate you getting up in the wee morning hours and joining us. But Michael's going to talk about the Free TON startup competition. So Michael, I'll hand the mic over to you and you can give us the skinny.
Thanks. I'm actually in Zug, Switzerland for the next couple of days. But I live nowhere and everywhere, so I'm in a different place every week. So it's very, very tough to ever know where I am. I'm here for the CVVC Summit. But yeah, anyways, quick background on myself. I'm an early adopter of digital assets. I found out Bitcoins in 2010, thought it was a scam, but was still very early to being aware of the ecosystem. I then started the largest student communities in Canada, initially at my university, McGill, top university in Canada, where I went to school. And then I started Bitcoin Canada to connect the national ecosystem. Then rebranded the College Cryptocurrency Network to the Blockchain Education Network and started a global university ecosystem, which I generally don't talk about, but for the purposes of this hackathon and startup competition, it's that part of my background is pretty relevant. So my earliest initiatives in the industry were doing hackathons with the government of Canada and the biggest enterprises in Canada, with the government of Australia. I've done consistently the biggest hackathons in countries and the biggest global startup competitions in the world, where we challenge local leaders at various university hubs, which I have pretty deep exposure to as a result of my university activities, to challenge young entrepreneurs in building on protocols. When I graduated, I started working in consulting advisory capacity to initially Fortune 500 companies and governments, primarily financial institutions. And then I shifted my focus to working on the global distribution of digital assets and taking those global communities that were being developed and connecting with multinational enterprises, connecting with investors to create usefulness through the enterprises and to access capital through the capital partners. Working at the enterprises is a good experience, but they move slow and blockchains moves fast. Now among other things, the goal of these startup competitions / hackathons is that we want to massively accelerate building on blockchains, to actually internally hire teams to build on blockchains is slow and expensive, because you are pulling away people from otherwise core activities to creating question marks, to creating new businesses that might or might not ever work out. So the simplest, fastest way, at least from my experience, to create drastic adoption of blockchain protocols to accelerate the technology education and understanding, and to bring investors to the ecosystem and enterprises to the ecosystem, is to do a startup competition where not an insignificant amount of tokens are put on the table to create that adoption. But if you compare it to what it would cost to build companies internally, it is, I think, really good return on investments. We just finished a global next top blockchain startup competition, which unfortunately we were too late to include ton in, but we had about 600 applicants from 60 plus countries and 60 plus universities. Several of the winning projects have already gotten funded. We also had a global ecosystem of investors participating as judges, and industry executives and investors and just value add participants contributing in a mentorship capacity. So the plan is to do the same thing now, but focused solely on the free ton blockchain for this startup competition. I think we should be able to get similar numbers, especially now that school is just starting. So, if we get 60, let's be super conservative, we get a few dozen submissions of projects, I think it's reasonably likely that at least a dozen of those or half a dozen of those will be extremely marketable, and will be able to access capital, whether through their own networks, or it creates a really seamless funnel for us for the crystal handshake acceleration program. If there's a few select teams that we really want to be investing more time into, that we think are high potential, then to take them from this startup competition that is quite low touch to where the winning teams get some grant capital, not enough to build a multinational business from day one, but enough that if you're a student or if you're a recent graduate that just wins 10, 20 G's in or 5 G's even in grant financing, it's enough to take it seriously for a few months to build out a real business, of which, if we are then contributing in a higher touch capacity, it's reasonably likely that a few of these teams should be able to raise $250,000, $500,000, $1 million that it takes to really create a real business. So yeah, the goal is we want to create a funnel for bringing new developers and new entrepreneurs to the ecosystem with a really high potential ROI way of bringing 50 projects, and then to build from that funnel where we can't possibly really focus on 50 projects at the same time. The team is not big enough, but we want to then funnel the 50 projects that are building into an increasing number that we can play a more active role with in getting them to the point where they raise $250,000, $500,000, $1 million. And then if we do that consistently, then we start to have a lot of activity on on the Free TON blockchain. And then also just considering marketing, public relations, investor appetite. If we have a bunch of startups that are building on Free TON, they're also marketing that they're building on Free TON. A lot of them will be building on Free TON for free for the chance of winning a grant. They'll be, as a result of them wanting to scale their startup, they'll be reaching out to enterprises as well on their behalf, but as a result on the Free TON blockchain behalf, they'll be reaching out to investors on their behalf, but directly correlating to the Free TON blockchain behalf. So anyways, that's a bit of my background and a bit of the goals for the next top Free TON startup competition.
That's awesome.
Happy to answer any questions if anything there is unclear.
Yeah, do you have a link?
Yeah, toptonstartup.com.
Top ton startup.
We'll share that in the chat, Lon. We'll
Say
share
again.
all the links.
Yeah,
we will
can
share all
you-
the
can
relevant
you-
links in the chat.
Yeah, can you do that,
Yeah,
please?
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
that after the call.
Awesome. Any questions for Michael?
I just shared it to the
Yep, I see it.
message
Mhm.
chat box.
If can I ask the first question, if I may?
You may.
So if Mike again, so if we the startup competition will work out well, how often do you think it will be wise to hold these type of competitions if it goes okay the first one? How many times a year, or should it be like recurring competitions?
That's a question for me, right, Nikita?
Yep.
So good idea, or good question. So as of this first one, we have set it to be I think a quarter long hackathon, which for startup competitions, you really want teams to take their companies to a real level, to a marketable level, and actually have users have web traction and stuff. So it starts the beginning of September. Like this week we should have the dev post live and start to get submissions or registrations, I should say. And then it finishes the beginning of December. This brand next top Free TON startup competition, I think really each brand we do should be annual. But I think that there should be consistently competitions like this, whether it's hackathons, startup competitions, or case competitions, developer, like code challenges. So perhaps, instead of it being called the next top Free TON startup, we call it the next top Free TON executive. And we have a case competition that still challenges global university, not just universities, but that's where a lot of activity is going to be. Plus to start to brand Free TON with, elite schools around the world is really good associations. But yeah, we could have next top Free TON exec as a follow-up that is a case competition. We could have next top Free TON developer as a developer competition, where each one is a couple months to a quarter kind of thing. And then in 1 year, after we have introduced, this year, 2021, we're going to have introduced one startup competition, which I think a startup competition is really the highest value. But in 2022, and it gives us, if we finish this at the beginning of December, it gives us the rest of December to plan what the next activity is going to be. So perhaps in January of 2022, we can launch the beginning of January. We can launch Next Top Free TON Dev with a dev challenge that we want to crowdsource participation in, and that lasts another 2 months. And then the beginning of April, we launch Next Top Free TON Exec, which is a way to crowdsource like executive participation, or we can figure out what the challenge is and what KPIs we're looking for, but something else. And then that gives us a lot of time. But I think that we want to get to the point in 2022 where we establish inaugural brands for each part of the ecosystem. Maybe then we do Next Top TON NFT or Next Top TON Designer, to continue Next Top TON DeFi. I'm just brainstorming, but I think we want to create inaugural brands so that we are constantly challenging the next generation of builders, the next generation of developers, next generation of executives, of NFT creators, to do that on Free TON.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Michael, can I ask another question?
Alex,
Michael,
Alex,
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Darkwing had his hand up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no problem.
Yes, I will try to say my question very briefly. You say about education part in your initiative, and by the way, it's very great. And I'm very interesting. Have you some kind of educational program or courses or something like this? Because it's very interesting for us, as we have something like freeton.academy, and would like to share experience between us, or maybe create some, I don't know, educational materials to help participants participate in your initiatives. That's why, have you something like this? Do you need something like this? And can we work in this topic?
So just to, I think you said it really fast with the Free TON Academy. I don't know if you're aware, Michael, but we have a sub-governance that's specifically called Free TON Academy, where education is the thing. So he's asking if there's a way to collaborate on that.
Yes, I try not to say every session freeton Academy. That's why I say it very fast. But yes, we have freeton.academy. We have website, some courses, and we wanna improve them as much as we can. That's why we would like to partner, have some partnership, have some work with you. So
Michael, your mic is off.
My bad. Yeah, so definitely education is a big part of these. As more people view and take the courses, we get feedback that gives us opportunities to refine it, improve it. Plus, an objective of all of these, but using just the startup competition as an example, because that is active, as marketing material to bring additional participation. It is high value for us to do, for example, podcasts with an individual, perhaps, every week or every 10 days or every 2 weeks. But getting it to the point where we can be doing more of these with people that are already building on TON, or investors that are building on TON. It's great content, right? It brings eyeballs to the competition. It brings eyeballs to TON. It also brings content of people that are already building or are investing, which is high value content. This competition is 3 months. So let's say conservatively, we're doing something like that every 2 weeks. The goal is to take those, like if you go to any accelerator program or any incubation program, generally it's about 3 months if it's like hands-on. And part of the incubation program is each week or each 2 weeks, each X amount of time is structured in a way to continue to build your business, right? So the beginning of the first week of the accelerator program is coming up with an idea. The second is asking the market for feedback from your idea. The third is considering what features and what problem you're going to solve and what features you're going to build to solve that problem. The fourth is, and I'm just brainstorming out loud. It can be written down and defined what the exact steps are. But part of what we want to do is to, as we get more of these sessions recorded, it creates the foundation for an accelerator program. Because if we're having a conversation with someone about what an investable MVP is, then that doubles as like a class for that section of the accelerator. If we're talking to a developer about how to architect the MVP, then, and if we put 10, 20 of these sessions together, it becomes a startup school. So yeah, anyways, we definitely want to be creating content, refining the educational content, and building those building the content that we create into courses, continuing to refine the existing courses, making certifications so that if people complete these courses, then they become hireable in the free TON ecosystem, which then we can connect enterprises that are looking to, or startups are looking to hire developers that have already, or looking to hire anyone that has completed these courses that demonstrate that they are learning and trying to participate in this ecosystem.
Excellent. Thank you, Michael. And we have a question from
Thank
Alexander.
you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your
Michael,
question. Thank you for your answer.
Yeah, Michael, just a quick one. You partially covered it, but still, what kind of marketing resources do you guys have to market this and, drive awareness? And is there anything that our community can do? We have decentralized PR contests. Some of the teams in the ecosystem work with PR agencies. Like, can you just talk a little bit about the, making some noise around this?
Yeah. So, I mean, when we announced it, it's already been written about by 5 to 10 publications. As we create more, so I have the in-house resources to do this all 0 to 100. I have PR on retainer. I have marketing staff. I have the content creators. I have research staff. I mean, I have the resources to do this entirely in-house. The way that Free TON can support this, I mean, certainly more PR is high value. Definitely also more PR in different languages is high value. So my ecosystem is primarily English speaking. North America, London for Europe, HK for Asia, Dubai. So yeah, other languages certainly high value. And then starting to loop in, I know that Free TON has a really global community. Like there's Free TON country channels all over the world and Free TON validator networks around the world. So perhaps having some type of activation challenge where we can incentivize participation from all of these global communities to create more regional awareness in their community with, whoever gets the most participation can access some type of prize or some type of goodwill in the community, or there's some way to incentivize their participation.
Thank you. Makes sense. We'll give it a think as well. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so very much. That was excellent. I think it's a great thing. Roman, maybe think about making a kind of an announcement and letting everybody in the community know about this. I think it's
yeah, for sure,
valuable for a lot of people. Michael, thank you so much for coming. Impressive, very impressive. Let's move. We have our own resident poker man, our poker Kirill from PokerTON. He's going to give us some highlights on a tournament that just ran, as I understand it, and also just general updates on what's going on over at PokerTON. So, Kirill, floor is yours. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone, guys. I want to remind that PokerTON was one of the oldest partners with Free TON. We have partnership more than 1 year. Yeah, we host our first tournament at May 2020, and last Friday, or I don't remember, last Saturday we will host a community free TON tournament with 3,000 TON crystal guarantee prize pool. Buy-in for this tournament was 25 TON. Not many, but yes, this is a little promo of this tournament. Nice girl, 300 TON guarantee, free TON, PokerTON. Yeah, we have on this tournament 99 players who make buy-in 25 TON. I think it's a great result. Yeah, prizes will be for first place 925 tons. Yeah, and little prize, winner who take first place get this cap, beautiful cap. Yeah. I remember that PokerTON is poker right on Telegram. Yeah. To log in, you must open Telegram, search PokerTON bot. You must push play poker, and without registration, without KYC, without download full-fledged web interface was loaded. Yes. Now we have only 60 players, but yes, but it's not prime time. Yeah, on prime time we have 300 or 400. Yes, we host daily. Can I show my screen? I forgot that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I was wondering. It sounded like you were referencing something, and I couldn't see it. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. This is oh, sorry. This is our tournament. 99 players. Yes. For first place. Prize pool. Yes, I show you the cap, and I show you fast promo of our tournament. You see PokerTON chips, and the winner of this little tournament.
What did you call her? The PokerTON chick?
yeah, PokerTON chick. And this fine cap, free TON. You see, free TON and PokerTON winner. Yeah, come to winner flawless. Received 8,000 tons. Yeah, PokerTON is poker on Telegram. Yes, you must push PokerTON board. All onboarding on Telegram. Yeah, you must push play poker. Yeah, full-fledged application loaded. Without KYC, registration, one button. Just wait a second. Yes, this is our poker room. Now we have only 60 players. Yes, every day we have free rolls. Free rolls, yes. 1,000 ton prize pool, daily free rolls, and weekly free rolls of 500 ton. Yeah. We made a little update, and soon you can see other mini games. Mini games, yes, not only poker games. And we have a little update of our Fiat gateway. Too easy buy Ton Crystal, you must go to deposit, buy Ton, for example, 50 tons. And when you, now we work only with rubles, yes, but we soon add some new currencies, yes. I push rubles, I push by tons, and we go to web form. Web form, yes, easy, easy. This is my card number. I can put it here. Easy per hash, Ton Crystal. Pay payment. Just wait a second. And now we wait for SMS from our bank. Then we push this SMS and we made a deposit. We use Fiat and get Ton Crystal. It's nice. It's nice. And
Very nice.
Yes. And I want to tell two words about poker. To some people who think that poker is gamble, is huge money, huge commissions. Poker is platform where users play with users, players play with players. For example, we have a rake table, rake it's commission, our commission, and maximum commission we have cap. Yes, for example, Ron all in 1 million tons. I call 1 million tons, but room from pot 2 million pots take 5 tons cap. It's not big money. All money in gamble on casino. Yeah, casino is making money. Our business only built on Ton Crystal. We have only one native currency, Ton Crystal. Yes. SMS 3, 5, 9, 7. I make deposit from Russian Sberbank.
Entering his 2FA code. This is
Yeah. And we develop PokerTON community through poker. We believe in free ton, we believe in Telegram, because as I say before, all onboarding in Telegram, on Telegram bot. We work with Broxus, yes, and we want to add some currencies. You can, for example, deposit Bitcoins and fast transfer to tons and play on ton. Yes, fast convert. Now we have only Ton Crystal. Yes, all players have own free ton wallet, for example. You can do transfer on chain or you can buy it. Also, we integrated with Chatex bot. For example, if you want to buy 10 tons, it's peer-to-peer. It's peer-to-peer. Not fast, but yes, I think it's nice method to payment. Okay, now we received 50 tons. Wait, and we received 50 tons. Yes, it's all that I want to say. Don't remember that on free ton ecosystem you have open poker room where users play on free ton. We host free rolls every day. If you don't want to buy from Sberbank, you may you can play our free rolls. Thank you.
Thank you. Poker stars, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
Excellent, Kirill. That's really good work. Excellent use case. Whoever's a poker fan, you know where to go now. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Does anybody have any questions for Kirill?
All business built on Ton Crystal, guys.
Yeah, this is a ton use case. Absolutely.
Yes. Hard business, cause Telegram, you must play poker you must have Telegram, you must have cryptocurrency, but not cryptocurrency, only free ton. Very, very hard business, guys. But we like pain. We like pain.
We like pain. Hey, no pain, no gain. Okay. If there are no questions, let's move on to our next presenter. Vlad V. I call him Vlad II because we have our resident Vlad and we have Vlad II, kind of like Tsar Vlad II, who's going to talk to us about Tonpay. I've looked at this Tonpay before. It really helps out with calculating token distribution stats for contests and winners and jury and everything else. It's a really good thing. And I think it needs to be used a little more often, but I'm going to let Vlad tell you about it. So Vlad, tell us about Tonpay.
Ron, can you please allow me to share the screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, hello, I'm Vlad, and I'm going to introduce Tonpay application. Tonpay is the first automatic accounting system in free TON infrastructure. Tonpay application consists of two different tools which aggregate payment information for two main finance flows, token flows, I mean. It's payment for contests and partners payments. In our development, we uphold the principles of permissionless and trustless. Okay, let's talk about our first tool. Is a contest by Tonpay. Contest Tonpay is the tool for automatic calculations of contest rewards. As you know, it's a Gov 2.0 decision. It's the first tool that counts submissions and jury rewards via common logics. Price grid, yes, no, or you can use manual input. Everyone can simply add new contest to the tool. This is how permissionless principle works. Okay, now I'll show you how it works. Just find the contest you need to count on Gov portal. I choose the DeSupport contest. Look through contest description and find the option that you will use in calculation. It's
should we be looking at a new screen?
What?
Should we be looking at a new screen or
new screen? Yes, of course. The screen is staying on the presentation, right? So how to change the screen? New demonstration. Okay.
No, we're seeing the screen. I'm just questioning if you're so.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, there it is. Yep.
Okay. Just find the contest on Gov portal. Look through the contest description. The next, download the CSV from Gov portal. Sorry, Gov portal. Okay, and add the contest. You should upload the CSV file, choose the options, okay, choose the reward and fill the price grid. That's simple. That's all you need to count the contest. No need to count the score. No need to count the jury rewards. Tonpay will do it automatically. Ron, tell me, did you see the Tonpay screen? Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah.
Okay. I choose the another SOGOF to see the African, and here is the calculation I see on IR. Tonpay counts the submissions and the jury. Tonpay automatically counts rewards for submission and jury. That's all you need. It's ready for payment now. You can download the Excel and just make a smart contract. Okay, I return back to my presentation. This was briefly a description of our first tool. It's only the first step towards other innovations which will replace manual labor in free TON and decrease human factor. Well, just imagine that we can fully automatic contest processes. All you need is deploy contest data and with the price grid at the beginning of the contest and got the smart contract for signing at the end. That's all.
That's God, that's gonna be it's gonna make my life a lot of people's lives a lot easier.
Okay. Sorry. Tonpay partners. Now I'm going to tell about our second tool. This is partners from Tonpay. We call this just Partnerka. Partnerka is the automatic analytical system that gathers information and payments about free TON partners. Partnerka is a lightweight and intuitive 3-pages tool, which consists of partners list, partners profile, and overall partners analytics. It's a tool not only for the community, but also for partners themselves. It should be noticed. We are going to develop DeBot options described below. Okay, let's go through briefly. Let's go briefly through via Partnerka features. Now we return back to the application. Just a second. Okay. Full partners list is placed on the main page where important information can be found about partners, such as partner's name, logo, category, accepted status, and allocated tokens. All these data are collected automatically by our algorithm. For visual data representation, we develop the analytical page with overall partners data charts. They are interactive and simple to make a conclusion. Let's play with them. You can find tech cloud chart, pie with categories, token allocated charts. All these charts are interactive and allocated tokens by month. That's all you need to make a conclusions. Let's deep in the partner's profile. I choose Grupovina. Partner's profile keeps comprehensive data collected from several sources. Partnerka analyzes information from free TON resources, forum, blockchain, and Gov portal. It's structured by 5 main blocks. There is partners dry statistics at the top. Here you can find accepted, this one. Here you can find accepted status, partner contact data, who started their partnership, link to proposal, finance information, etc. useful data. The next block is a file block with analytical and KPI reports and AMA YouTube sessions that are available by partner. This data will be updated once a day. Below, you can find token spend chart and see how partners spend allocated tokens. The next block, where a partner can submit KPIs by DeBot. I will give details a little bit later. Let's pay attention at the event window block. It shows all partners' replies on forum arranged by the date. It's very important block because you can quickly learn all partners' information published on forum and no need to go outside from Partnerka. For example, partners can describe about himself. For example, some partners post updated proposal and you can quickly navigate through them. I'll show you. For example, DeFi Alliance. Free TON DeFi Alliance updated proposal, start post, final version. All this data you can find directly on Partnerka from Tonpay. Okay. Everyone can get partners information on Tonpay, but I want to talk about the data which is hardly can be collected automatically. This is partners KPI. And this is the main issue which free TON communities faced while analyzing partners' contribution. Every partner has own representation, his KPIs. So they should be collected manually, and but it may be in another way. As earlier described, Partnerka from Tonpay is the tool not only for community, but also for a partner too. We formed this idea while we were brainstorming in contest due to community feedback. The idea consists in that the partner uses Tonpay interface to confirm his KPIs. He enters data in the form and sign with a private key using DeBot tool. So what are benefits of KPIs form? For partners are following. When partner fixes his offer in free TON blockchain and done it, he can be sure of payment agreements. And what are advantages for free TON? There are several of them, and they're huge and very important, such as cryptographic confirmation of partners' offer in the blockchain. I return to my presentation. I talk about advantages for free TON. Cryptographic information of partners offer in the blockchain, it's like a digital signature. Digitation of partners' KPIs, further development of automatic payments by KPI, automatic scheduling and KPI reminders, facilitation in analyzing partners' offer. We consider this tool as the next step in development of free TON partnership, and advantages are obvious. Thank you for your attention. We will do automatic everything that possible. Thank you for your attention again.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you very much. That's very, very interesting. And I especially like the partner side of it. I do want to make one quick note. So you mentioned that the partner would be able to feel confident about payment agreements. Just to clarify, there's no such thing. There are no payment agreements, but what the partner will be able to know is that he's going to have confidence that his partnership is meeting the KPIs, and the community is going to be able to see that, and they're going to be able to take that into consideration when reading their report and considering the next round of tokens that might be asked for. That's just a small thing. The other thing that I wanted to ask now, and maybe I forgot, does Tonpay have a card on the freeton.org website yet?
Sorry, Ron.
On the freeton.org website, all projects have a card, right? They have a card. Write to me in DM because I think this needs to be on the website. This needs to be on the freeton.org website. It needs its own card. So write to me directly, and I'll show you what to do in case we don't have one, because I think it's a good resource that everybody should be able to access. So just write to me after the call.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll explain that.
Sure.
Excellent. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, we do. Kirill, you have a question, please?
I like Tonpay, but I want to say one more thing about PokerTON. If you
okay,
give
go
me
ahead.
30 seconds.
Sure.
Can you share the screen? Can I share the screen?
Vlad, can you unshare your screen?
Yeah.
Vlad? Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Demonstrate. Today we push PokerTON show, guys. It's show on YouTube. Yeah. Can you like and comment, please, guys? PokerTON show prizes, for example. You see this girl win 500 ton crystal. Yeah, we want to run the season 6 more episodes. We can call it not PokerTON show, we can call it Free TON show, and we need tokens because production is expensive. We want to promote all partners, not only Free TON. We want to promote all partners and ecosystem products through show, through YouTube. Yeah. We need to support.
Can you toss us over a link, please, to that?
Yeah. Okay. I think you will like the show. Yeah.
I like it already, based on the actress. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Prizes. Well, this girl, for example, take from Free TON shop bought coin, gold Free TON coin. You see. Yeah. Thank you, guys. That I finished. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirill. And going back to Vlad, thank you so much for your presentation. It was wonderful. And I think that tool is going to be very, very useful for everybody. Does anybody have any questions for Vlad? If not, okay. So that pretty much does it for formal presentations, but I know, Ben, you had a few plugs that you wanted to slip in for Nevermind the Sh coins. Excuse my language. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And for the Surf YouTube channel, a few other things. So floor is yours,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, I've got a little list here. I'll be no more than 60 seconds. Right. So you already mentioned June. Everything's finalizing up this week. Dates should be coming. We do have dates coming. YouTube channel. We've got a YouTube channel for Surf, which features the lovely narration of yours truly. Check it out. Subscribe. We're going to be doing lots of like easy, short tutorial videos for people who are new. Like I say, there's a quick one to set up wallets on there already. We also have a brand new podcast coming, which I can't say anything really much more about, apart from it's starring Meecha, and he'll kill me if I give away any details. But yeah, I can't wait for this second one to launch. And this week is the end of series 1 of Nevermind the Shitcoins. It's going to be a really good season finale. I'm tinkering away on some giveaway ideas, some sort of interactive elements. So if you're free this Thursday, 6 o'clock UTC, please join us for the live recording on YouTube. We'll have lots of fun and yeah, awesome stuff. Big things happening. So, and if you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, do it.
Absolutely do it. Throw that link in here.
Yeah, we'll do now.
All right. Yeah, I participated a few times. I love it. It's definitely a good time. It's let your hair down and the name says it all, right? Never mind the Sh.
Yeah, we're trying to do something different. Like I say, I mean, there's lots of other podcasts out there which are very serious, and you know, cryptocurrency. It is serious. It's money, but you know, you gotta have fun, haven't you? You gotta have fun. It's a crazy world. So,
like I said before, you're the Howard Stern of crypto.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that pretty much does it. We have a few questions. So. Any more questions from the folks participating in the call? Kirill, you still have your hand up. Does anybody else have a question? Tic-tac. No. Okay. Have a couple questions from YouTube. Nita, this one's for you. Gentleman's asking, or maybe it's a lady, I don't know. So if we use intonation scripts, it's not possible to participate in the RustCup? Mita? If you're on a call, hang up. Mita? He's here in spirit. Okay. I'm afraid Mita is otherwise engaged. He will be back with you in just a moment once he hears this. Here's a second question. This competition will be launched by a smart contract as a contest in free ton, or is it going to be off chain? Michael Gord, this question is for you regarding the competition. Is it going to be launched as a smart contract on free ton, or is it going to be launched off chain?
So I have done a lot of these hackathons and startup competitions off chain, where there are investors and high value participants of the ecosystem that are invited as judges. I think it's a really good idea for it to be on chain or have a component on chain. I can't say that I know off the top of my head how we could technically implement that. But I am certain that it's possible. So generally we have like voting criteria. Out of 10, for example, there's the ability to vote for technical innovation, for market readiness, for design, for things like that. We could definitely have a on-chain component to that, where if the community wants to vote, then they could. That's something that we would need to follow up on, just to consider the technical implementation there. But that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and we obviously have all the components for it. I mean, it's just a matter of, and we can even do it through the DeFi Alliance group. It doesn't have to be a global thing. The DeFi Alliance knows how to do it. I know Sergey is with us here. I mean, he knows how to do it. So yeah, absolutely. It's and that way it'll involve more people, bring more people in. So. Okay. And the answer to the question for Mita comes from Renat, who wrote in the YouTube channel. We're going to rework them as soon as Ton Labs will release the new script. So there you go. And with that, I'm going to give one more call for last questions. Does anybody have one or a comment or anything? No? All right. Please remember next week, 1 hour later. So it's again, 1 p.m. UTC, 3 p.m. Central European, 4 p.m. or 1600 Moscow time, and 9 a.m. Eastern, at least until November when there's a time change because of the daylight savings. 3, 2, 1. We will see you all next.
If that's confusing to you, you can use Noam's time zone bot.
That's right. Nam. It's pronounced Nam. I've been corrected.
Sorry.
There's a local zone bot in Telegram. You can literally just write local zone bot and it'll tell you exactly when and where. And it's a good little tool. So good thinking, Ben. Thank you all very much. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Tuesday, but 1 hour later. Everybody take care.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye all. Thanks.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.